Hello everyone, my name is Selena Gonzalez and I'm the writer and director for our short film entitled To Make Him Remember. This story circles around a wife and a husband, Henry and Eleanor. It's Henry's last day at home because he's going off to a senior living facility. Henry has trouble remembering things because he has Alzheimer's. He hasn't been able to remember Eleanor in a very, very long time. And his wife Eleanor has one mission: to get him to remember her before he leaves. She sets off on a day of fun activities, Henry's favorite activities that he used to love, in hopes of getting to reignite his memories of her. But in each step, she fails at making him remember. So when all of her hope is lost, she calls her daughter, Kathy, to come and take him away. But before he leaves, he's tending to a flower outside in the garden. And that flower reignites his memory of his wife in the last normal moment they have at home together. That flower's name is Eleanor.
My ultimate vision for the film is to show the inner workings of each character. I want to show their perspectives of each other, themselves, and kind of what the situation is. I want to show everyone's different mental states as the film kind of progresses and moves on. Henry, he's kind of slowly forgetting everything that he knows. He's forgetting partly who he is, but also like who Eleanor is to him, who his daughter is to him. He's forgetting those relationships. And I want to kind of show that in a way to make the audience connect with him deeper. I want to showcase Eleanor's perspective of she's basically losing her husband, but he's still physically present. But because mentally he's kind of in a newer place, their relationship is different. It's changing to something she's still having to learn and figure out. As well as even with the daughter character, I want the daughter's relationship with them to be seen and able to be felt and connected to with the audience.
My vision as production designer for this film is to make sure the house feels as though it is a living, breathing, and changing space for Henry and Eleanor. Not only does it reflect their past as a couple and when they were younger and they first started living there, but also later as Henry's Alzheimer's progressed. And I want to make sure it reflects everything between them, not just where they are now with this illness, but also all the happiness that came before. And I just want to make sure it looks lived in and it looks like a representation of everything they were, everything they are, and everything they will be in the future.
Today, 7 million people in America are experiencing Alzheimer's actively, and 57 million people in the world are experiencing dementia, which is caused by Alzheimer's. As the editor, my vision for this film is to be able to establish a connection between the audience and the characters, because that is what a lot of people with Alzheimer's lack, is connection. Through my editing, I want to use sharp cuts between some of the scenes to give a stark contrast between the realities of the world of people who live with Alzheimer's and their loved ones. The Notebook is a very big inspiration for this entire movie because it deals with the same problem, and it also deals with an elderly couple who are going through this issue.
Our film explores the effects of Alzheimer's through 3 perspectives: Eleanor, Henry, and Kathy, each offering a different look into love, memory, and loss. Each of our cast members has a personal connection to Alzheimer's, which we believe brings an extra layer of authenticity and heart to their performances. We hope our film brings awareness to Alzheimer's and its impact on individuals and families, inspiring more understanding and compassion among our audiences.
I am really excited to work on this film, mostly because I feel like this kind of story about elderly people, especially with a chronic, debilitating illness, is told very often, whether it be because of the pain that spurs from it or because of a lack of understanding. I feel there just aren't many stories, or at least many good stories, about this kind of thing out there. And I'm really passionate about helping with this film because I feel that this story is a very beautiful way to understand the pains, the sorrows, and the hope, and the just everything, all the complicated things that come with living and caring for someone who you once knew and may no longer recognize you or know you anymore, and just the commitment and love that you hold to someone to be able to stay with them through that is just painted very beautifully in this film. And I just love the hope that it instills as well, and I'm just really excited to see this story come to life because I find it quite beautiful.
My own personal connection to this film is my grandmother had Alzheimer's, so I watched my grandmother in her later years kind of forget who we were, but she knew she loved us, and that was something she was like before she was diagnosed. She always loved everyone, welcomed everyone with open arms and a big warm hug into her home. And so when this project was presented as one that we were able to do, I wanted to hop on and do it as like a nod to grandma, but also kind of for those people who are the caretakers of those people who have Alzheimer's and are kind of having to learn life in a new way, especially because it affects not only just the person, but their family and their own kind of way of living. And so I'm excited for you guys to be able to see this film that we've put together, because it's something that I think can kind of help everyone of both sides.
This story is my greatest fear come to life, and I wouldn't wish this reality on anyone. But it happens, and it needs to be talked about. I feel that people forget that we are the voices of those who've come before us. It's our turn to speak, and it's our job to speak for them. And you can help us make that happen. Thank you for your time and attention, and I hope you enjoy our short film, To Make Him Remember.